in the year of Guthix's grace, when the world of Gilina still echoed with the clinking of bronze and the chatter of adventurers in Lumbridge, there came a young warrior named Torvald. Clad in a mismatched set of iron armor, his helm slightly dented from a goblin's lucky swing, he stood at the gates of Falador, the White City, gazing southward. His destination, the Asgarnian ice dungeon, a frozen abyss nestled between the bustling docks of Port Sarim and the proud walls of Falador. His quarry, the towering ice giants and their snarling kin, the ice warriors. Torvald's inventory was humble yet practical, a steel longsword, its edge chipped but sharp, a stack of 20 cooked lobsters, their red shells glistening, and a single, precious anti-poison potion, bartered from a shifty merchant in the marketplace. His purse held a scant 237 gold coins, the fruit of many hours spent slaying cows and selling their hides. But Torvald was not driven by wealth. No. It was the promise of glory, and a pair of those coveted mithril boots dropped by the giants, that spurred him on. The journey south was brisk, the salty wind from Port Sarim tugging at his cape as he passed the ramshackle huts and swaying palms. The sun dipped low, casting long shadows over the muddy path, when at last he spied the dungeon's entrance, a jagged maw in the earth. Exhaling a chill that made his breath fog, with a final prayer to Sarasomen for courage, Torvald descended. The air grew bitter as he stepped into the icy gloom, the walls glistening with frost. His boots crunched on the frozen floor, and the distant echo of guttural roars set his heart pounding. He gripped his longsword tighter, its cold steel a comfort in the dim torchlight flickering from his inventory. The first foe emerged from the shadows, a towering ice warrior, its blue skin shimmering, its spear raised high. With a guttural cry, it lunged. Torvald ducked, the spear grazing his helm with a screech of metal. He swung his blade in a wide arc, striking the warrior's icy thigh. Chips of frost flew, and the beast staggered. 2 more blows, fueled by adrenaline and the memory of a taunting noob in Varric Square, brought the warrior crashing to the ground. Its loot, a handful of coins and a single lore rune, clinked into his pouch. Torvald grinned, his confidence swelling. Deeper he ventured, the air growing colder still, until the cavern widened into a vast chamber. There they stood, the ice giants, hulking behemoths thrice his height, their clubs carved from glaciers, their eyes glinting like frozen sapphires. Torvald swallowed hard, his lobsters suddenly feeling insufficient. But retreat was no option, not with mithril boots on the line. He darted forward, targeting the nearest giant. Its club swung down, a thunderous blow that cracked the ice where he'd stood a heartbeat before. Torvald rolled, slashing at the giant's ankle. The blade bit deep, and the beast roared, shaking the cavern. He struck again and again, dodging earth-shaking stomps, until at last the giant fell, its loot spilling forth. Bones, a few coins, and, blessedly, a gleaming mithril boot. 1 down, 1 to go. But fate is a cruel mistress in Gilina. As Torvald bent to claim his prize, a second giant loomed behind him, its shadow swallowing the light. He turned just as the club descended. A desperate sidestep saved his skull, but the blow grazed his shoulder, sending him sprawling. His hit points flashed red, 12 out of 35. Fumbling, he stuffed a lobster into his mouth, the savory meat restoring his strength as he scrambled to his feet. The battle was frantic now, a dance of steel and ice. Torvald's arms ached. His breath came in ragged gasps, but he pressed on. A final, mighty swing cleaved the giant's leg, and with a groan that shook the walls, it toppled, amid the debris. A second mithril boot. Victory was his. Exhausted but triumphant, Torvald emerged from the dungeon as dawn broke over Asgarnian. The boots gleamed on his feet, a testament to his valor. He trudged back to Falador, dreaming of the tales he'd tell in the Rising Sun Inn, of frost and fury, of giants felled, and of a warrior forged anew in the icy depths. And so ends the tale of Torvald's frigid quest. A yarn spun from the days when RuneScape was young, and every adventurer's heart burned with the fire of the unknown. May your own journeys, dear listener, be as bold.